Hey there, DW here. Welcome to my channel. This is a place where you can relax and listen to stories found on the internet. Or not. Before we start anything, please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It would be a great help for my tiny little channel to grow. And plus, it's totally free. Well now, let's start by turning down the background, shall we? Today, let's dwell into r/entitled parents. And the first user is named Russian Anna B. Their story is titled Daughter was 6 hours late to interview, entitled Mother yells at me for making her cry. Let's start the story. Hello everyone, long time creeper on here. Never thought I'd run into an entitled mother, but here we are. So I'm 20-year-old female. I am a dog groomer. Been one for almost 5 years. The big thing in dog grooming is reputation, quality, and time management. Yesterday we were expecting a girl to come in at 10 to try out as a dog groomer. She was promising, 23 or 25 years old, worked as a dog groomer at other places. She didn't show till 4:30. No call, no nothing. She apparently had a hair appointment and friends from out of town come in, so they got their nails done. She asked if she could groom now. I said no, I don't think so. When she pressed, I said, and I might be a jerk for saying this, we don't want or need you. There's no need to reschedule your tryout. I went back to get my last 2 dogs done. Apparently, she cried, and I was starting to feel bad. Now, entitled mother time. Her mom came in this morning, demanding we give her a second chance. I told her, your daughter was 6.5 hours late. That's not something that works in dog grooming. Entitled mother replied, she was with friends. I think someone your age would understand that. Me. Not when there's a job interview. She didn't call or anything. At this point, I was ticked and over it. I have 5 dogs to get done. She said, well, there was no reason to make her cry. I said I disagree and got back to work. Apparently, she stayed up there and demanded we give her another shot. As head dog groomer, I said not gonna happen. She left eventually, saying her daughter was too good for us. Hello everyone. Well, this blew up. Thank you for all the comments. I'm reading through all of them and will try to reply to you as many as I can. Have a good day everyone. Well, that's the end of the first story. Let's get to the second story. Our next user is named Blueberry Sands 89, and their title is Entitled Dad Follows 12-year-old Home from School. Characters: ED is entitled Dad, EB is entitled Brat, LB is Little Brother, M is Mom, Me is this even a question? So this just happened less than an hour ago. My brother is a 12-year-old on the autism spectrum and came home in a panic, pounding on my bedroom door and waking me up from a nap. I ask him, what's up? And he begins to frantically explain that at school, he was standing up for his friends who were being bullied by entitled Brat, and that entitled Brat and his dad had followed him home. I'm half asleep at that point in time and simply tell him that it'd be better for him to let our mom know. He bolts towards our mom's room and begins to explain. Once I've left my bedroom, I find my brother talking to our mom, who has her gun safe out and is loading up a pistol. Apparently, entitled Dad is outside the door waiting for someone to answer, pounding on it every few minutes. Our mother eventually answers the door, pistol in her pocket and ready to grab, demanding to know who this guy is and what he wants. Entitled Dad starts spewing BS about my brother, cussing him out and flipping him off, to which my mother responds with, So you followed the 12-year-old autistic child home? Entitled Dad responds with, well, how am I supposed to know he's autistic? You don't fucking follow a 12-year-old home. Period. Now get the fuck out of here, and if you come back, I'll call the cops and answer with my gun out. Entitled Dad walks away backwards, like a Chad, saying, oh, I'm so scared. My mom's immediate response was to pull out her gun and show it to him. It's right here. To which he shuts up and leaves with entitled brat. My brother has since calmed down. However, he was hesitant to go back outside in fear that they were waiting for him. Wow, that's an interesting story. In my personal opinion, the mom should still call and inform the cops about what happened, giving their information to them first, just in case the entitled dad tries to do something in the future. Am I overdoing it? I don't know. The entitled dad sounds like a troublesome person, so better be safe than sorry, right? Now then, let's head over to the third story. This next story is posted by JST0000, and the story is titled, My Aunt Want Me to Give My iPad Mini to Her Daughter. Let's start the story. Quick background. I used to live with Uncle and his family, so when I was younger, my dad gifted me an iPad Mini for Christmas, as I didn't have a phone at the time, and he thought it would be a nice gift for me. I used that iPad for everything. I brought it with me everywhere or to places that had Wi-Fi. The next year, my dad got me an iPhone as he needed to communicate with me while he was working out of state. And with that, I didn't use my iPad as often, and mainly used my phone unless I was around Wi-Fi. Now, my younger cousin had a Samsung Kitty tablet, but had broken it while doing something I can't recall what. And a couple days passed, and I noticed that my cousin was using my iPad. I had kept it in my room stored for whenever I needed to use it, and she was using it without my permission. So I asked my aunt, why is Claire using my iPad? Aunt says, oh, I just gave her your iPad since you're not using it. Me, why? I thought you guys were going to get her a new one. Aunt says, oh, well, about that, we were going to ask you if you can just give her your iPad. Me, why? Aunt says, well, you don't use it, and she really likes it. Me, well, yeah, but it's my iPad that my dad gave me, and I don't think he will let me give it to you since he paid for it. Aunt says, fine then. Claire, give her the iPad. She won't let you have it. Claire gives me the iPad unwillingly, and I just went to my room. I felt uncomfortable during this whole interaction. I was 14 and my aunt was 32, and basically asking me to give her my iPad for free. I felt bad for saying no, but then I told my dad about the interaction, and he called my aunt stupid and crazy to think that I was going to just give my iPad away. And when I look back, I felt like she was trying to guilt trip me. Well, that's the end of story 3. That aunt sucks. I mean, if you want to get something from someone, she could have just asked politely first. If the owner says no, then it's okay. Move along. Let me tell you a bit of my story. I got good friends. By good, I mean really. They would seriously give you something and doesn't want anything in return. They are a PC buff. They upgrade their PC most of the time. I was the only one without a PC because PC around my area can be quite expensive, and my family wasn't that rich, you know. One time when they were talking about their upgrades, I just joked and say that, hey, since you guys already got new upgrades, can you guys sell me the parts that you didn't need for a cheaper price? They stayed silent and went deep in thought for a moment. I just hangs there, sweating, while almost bursting out that I was joking. They finally said that, yeah, the spare parts we got is enough to make another PC, but not the strongest in terms of performance, of course. And they say they can just give it to me. No charge. We are talking about parts worth about $600 when they bought it. But of course I didn't take their offer. We don't do this to our friends, you know. I ended up taking part-time, saving up to get my own laptop. Till this day, they still occasionally ask me if I want their PC. It's great to have good friends. So, in my opinion, just be a good person, okay? Don't try to expect free stuff from anyone. Well, that's enough story for today. Please subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. It would really help my tiny little channel to grow, and give me a like to show some love. We'll see you again next time. Have a great night.